All right, what's up, guys? Haven't done a video for a while. Today we're going to start talking about the motor mount, how that's going to work. So, kind of also catch you up on what's been happening. So, as you can see, the motor and the transmission have been mated. That was in the previous video, and we're able to reattach that motor and transmission back into the car. It was a long, hard. It was a long process. Not very complicated, but it was just a lot of work. And just using the original transmission bolts. There's still a lot of other work I need to do. Reattach the axles, the clutch cable, speedometer cable, things like that. But I also want to start working on the motor mount because, as you can see right now, the motor is basically being held by straps and a ball. So that's not going to be the case. What I'm going to do is essentially reuse the original mounting um, brackets. So originally the motor was attached to the car through a pole that kind of ran down there on both sides and just kind of attached in with that bracket right there. So I was thinking maybe I could put a cross beam on the bottom over that bracket area, but it was not really flat. And so once I remove that piece, I can get access to a flat surface on the top, which is great. And I can reuse those two bolt holes. So the idea is going to be use a square piece of tubular steel. This is a 2x4. I'll probably use a 2x6, which is a little bit wider, so I can use both holes. That's going to run across that cross beam. And then using that, I'm going to have a piece of metal plate, a bracket that goes to the back of the motor that's going to line up 90 degrees and attach to that cross beam. So that's kind of all right. I got a custom piece of 2x6 tube steel cut to the right length or width across the engine bay. Doesn't fit entirely flush, but that's by design. I'm gonna have to kind of cut some angle cuts there. And then between the tube steel and the mounting area, there's gonna be some rubber shock mounting there as well, some motor mounts. And then here I just have a piece of wood as just to kind of just see how it lines up. And it does line up perfectly 90 degrees, which is great. So that piece of wood obviously is going to be replaced by a piece of sheet metal, custom cut, custom designed, and there you go. That's pretty much the idea for the motor mount. Working on the motor mount here. Just made a little template. All right, so we got these cut here. So it looks like it's dropping in pretty well. Standing out not only for its sleek and sporty design, but also for its remarkable fuel economy and energy efficiency at a price of So next thing is to punch those holes in. All right, next step is to drill the holes through the crossbeam to be used into the mounting holes on the car. So what I did was I took some clamps, just kind of put it in place. And the idea is I'm gonna take a drill bit, kind of drill from the bottom up from where the holes are to indicate where the hole should be drilled. And then I'm gonna take the whole piece of crossbeam over to a drill press and just cut those all the way through and drill those all the way through. Okay, last step with this cross beam, I got some rubber motor mounts from Napa Auto Parts. These are perfectly the right size for the M8 bolts. It's got four of them for the four holes. Place the cross beam over it, get my M8 bolts. I can ratchet them down. I'll get some washers, obviously, to kind of do that. Just kind of a test fit here. They look pretty good. Next step is to design the mounting bracket that is going to come up from the motor. It's going to attach to the end of the motor bell housing like this, and then that piece is going to attach to the cross beam. Here I have just kind of a sample, like some scrap metal diamond plating, but I'm going to custom design a nice looking one, and that's going to attach to the back of the motor again, and that's going to come up 90 degrees and then attach straight to the back of the cross beam. All right, thanks so much.